All right. Hey, squad. So what we're going to do, oh, this is wrong, is we're going to learn how to label things. So when we've got 2 points, we have an x1 and a y1, then we have an x2 and a y2. Okay? We are then going to plug those into our slope formula. We have learned that the slope formula is the change in y over the change in x. Or you're just subtracting, right? One y value by the other y value, one x value by the other x value. Just need to make sure you're going in the same direction. That being said, based on my points on my line, we know these all have the same slope because they're all on the same line. We need to pick 2 points that we can plug into this expression to find our slope. Okay? So I want to use 2 points that are complete. I've got 2, 2, and 6, 10. These other ones have variables, and those are going to be very hard to use to try to solve for the slope. So I'm going to make this my x1, my y1, my x2, and my y2. So I'm just saying this is my first point, this is my second point. So plugging in my equation, my y2 is 2. So I've got 2 minus 10 over, my x1 was 6, my x2 was 2, so 2 minus 6 equals, I've got a negative 8 over a negative 4. If I put them on my calculator, negative 8 divided by negative 4, I get 2. If I simplify and divide them both by a negative 4, I get 2 over 1, okay? So this is 2 over 1. I took 8 over 4 as well, if that's what you ended up with, okay? But it should be a positive slope, right? Because I am going up as I go left to right. All right, so now you write an equation for the line. This was tough. So what we want to think about, okay, is we're like, well, if I start at this point, if I know my point is 6, 10, okay, I'm going to start with what I know. I know I have 10. 10 minus whatever my value is, okay, for my y will be my change, okay? So if I have 10 minus y over, well, my x value is 6 minus whatever my other x is, that has to be equal to 2 over 1. Okay? If you were using the variables here, you could have said 10 minus b, and you could have said 6 minus a if you were trying to use these values. Okay? So that being said, now they're saying, okay, well, let's find the values. So if I say, okay, well, I've got 10, and then over here I've got minus 8, because I'm working with this point right here. I know my y value. Over 6 minus a, I have to get 2 over 1. Well, 10 minus 8 is what? 10 minus 8 is 2. 6 minus a has to get me 1. So 6 minus 5. So that means that my a value has to be 5 to make this true. Then, I'm going to kind of go into the other problem right here. Okay, if I try the other way and I'm like, okay, well, now I know my x value. I don't know my y value. Well, I can do 10 minus b over 6 minus 4 has to be equal to 2 over 1. Okay, well, 6 minus 4, right, is going to be 2 on the bottom. 10 minus something has to make 2, but we have to make it true. Well, here I did times 2, right, because I want to keep an equivalent ratio. This would have to be times 2, 2. So I'm trying to get 4 over 2. Well, what value do I have to put for b to make 10 minus b equal to 4? That means that b is going to have to be equal to 6. So you got a is 5, b is 6. This was extra credit in the year 23 to 24. If that's not you, cry me a river. So sorry. Okay? But you also could have thought about, hey, if I put a point here, how am I going up and over? Up 2 over 1. So I have 2 plus 2 would get me to 4. 2 plus 1 would get me to 3. So this point right here, right, would be 3, 4. And then you can think about, well, how do I go up 2 over 1 to get here, right? Then that would be 4, 6. If I go up 2 over 1, I'm at 5, 8. All right? So hopefully it's making some sense. Write that down if you didn't get it. Ask Miss G if you need some help.